What's up guys, welcome to this week's video. Today we are doing air dry clay art. Today I'm going to be making a watermelon cat out of air dry clay. So first I'm going to sketch him and make sure he's nice and round like a watermelon. Okay, now I just need to round these two blobs of clay into a circle, which as you can see I was having a lot of trouble with. So I went off camera and just did that. And now I just got to smudge all the two circles together and make sure it's nice and smooth before adding any of the details. This was a very long process, as you can see, because I just struggled with it. Now we are going to make the ears, and it took a long time getting the right proportions and the right size and the shape for the ears. But then I just had to overall smooth it down and make it nice and round. And then I did the other ear, which was a lot easier now I realized how to do this kind of clay. So now after we've done that, we're going to add the limbs. And the 4 limbs are his 2 arms and his 2 little feet. So the first arm was pretty easy, and the second arm was also pretty easy. It was just hard putting it in the right place. And then the legs were probably very easy because they were just little semicircles and stuff. And quite easy. I was a bit worried though because the limbs sometimes might fall off, but luckily I did not have any problems with that when I painted the whole thing white, which was really good. Okay, so now I'm just going to choose colors. I picked out this very light green, a medium green or dark green, and then a pastel pink for the middle. So I'm just going to make some lines, very wavy lines, for a template, just so I know where to go. These aren't the actual colours I'm going to use for it though. I'm just using it as a template to draw it with. And so everything was going really smoothly until I realised that there was a chip in the ear, and it was very hard to fix up. As you can see, I was trying to fix it and draw over it, but it would not work. So I ended up I tried to get this puffy paint to try glue it up, but then I realized that wouldn't work, and it just made a giant glittery mess. So I went and got some white and just patched it up to try and make it look like nothing happened. And nothing happened. And it did nothing, so yeah. I just tried to avoid the spot and color in some more green lines, and it's almost time to paint them in. So now I'm gonna get my dark green marker and shake it up and color it in. Sorry, light green marker and color it up and shape it in. And as you can see, it was a very quick job and pretty smooth. Okay, and then I realized this is gonna take a long time, and my marker is dying on me. It was running very low, and I was starting to panic, and that's when I realized we are probably going to run out of marker by the time we have finished this. So I just tried to ignore the fact that we might run out of marker and just kept coloring because it's a bit too late to stop. And so I just kept coloring it in and trying to fix it and see if we could make it. And we kind of are doing so good so far, and I'm starting to panic a little bit as it's going to run out very soon, and I don't have a backup color paint pen, so I'm probably going to have to end up painting the whole thing with liquid paint instead of a paint pen, which I'm fine with, but I like the paint pen look a bit better, and it's a lot easier to work with on smaller things. Okay, my green paint pen is running out, and I could barely just do that little line. So I'm definitely going to have to get some liquid paint for it and get a nice green color and do it all over the dark green spots. It was quite working a lot better than the paint pen, and it was similar shade of green, so I'm fine with that. But then I probably realized if we're going to do this with liquid green paint on the paint pens, we're probably going to have to do both of them with the paint, because if it's the paint pen and the paint, they will look kind of different. So I'm just doing the dark green first and making sure it's nice and evenly coated around the ears, and going to keep doing that around the middle. So now I've just scrapped it all and got everything with liquid paint, a green paint, and I kind of fine with how it turned out. I really like it. And now it's time for the stomach. I'm very indecisive in between the red or the pink, because the red is more like realistic, but the pink is kind of cute, and it's a very hard choice. But I think I'm gonna go with the red because so it looks more realistic. And then I took that as a sign that my red paint pen was not working, and I'm gonna go in with a pink paint pen. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I've decided not to do any seeds on it, because otherwise it's just too small of a space and it would look very cramped if there were seeds in it. So I'm not going to do any seeds for it. Okay, now I'm just cleaning up the edges with the pink pen and making sure it looks nice and smooth. Yeah. Okay, now it's time for my favorite part, doing the eyes. So now I'm going to make the eyes look like watermelon seeds, because it kind of fits the theme. And it may look like a circle from this angle, but I'm trying to make it a bit more of a point. Okay, now it's time for the other ear, and I'm just trying to replicate it as most as possible, because if the eyes are wonky, it won't look like watermelon seeds, and one watermelon seed might be bigger than the other, or both watermelon seeds could be like small. So now time for the mouth, because I've ribboned up the ears and the eyes, and now I'm going to go in with a pink marker to do blush in the middle of the ears. I think it looks very cute just with the eyes, but I thought to bring in the pink a little bit more and do the middle of the ears and the blush, which I'm very happy with that decision, because if I had not, the extra detail wouldn't be there, and also it would look a lot more plain. And I was having lots of trouble with the ear there, because the paint was still a little wet there. There must have been a blob or something, and so I had to flip the tip around and just kind of patch it in. Okay, now I'm all finished with the details, and I'm so happy with how it looked. I'm just gonna fix up the blush, make it a little bit bigger, just so it's a bit more noticeable, and done. I'm very happy with how this turned out, and this is the first of a series that I'm gonna do of fruit cats. So I just gotta fix up that little gap on the ear, and some spaces, and make sure the whole thing is green, and I'm pretty sure I'm done. So make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the rest of the fruit cats. Bye! See you next week.